Today I'm going to have some fun playing with sketches from Kendra's Card Challenge number 20 and a mystery kit from Cards by Kendra to make 4 quick and easy cards.
Hey, it's Beth. Welcome. Today I'm part of the Kendra's Card Challenge 20 Hop featuring the mystery kits from Cards by Kendra. These kits are available to her VIP Patreon members, and it's a kit that contains enough papers and products to create a full set of the 15 cards in her quarterly challenges. So mine today came with that stamp set, the enamel dots, a die, some ephemera pieces, 6 sheets of the pattern paper, because like I said, it's enough to complete the full challenge. And then there's some cardstock pieces as well. So there, enough items in this kit to play with to be able to create the challenge, and then I usually end up having some pieces left over when I'm done. So, and each kit is sometimes a little different. So if you scan the QR code on the front of the package, it tells you whose products are included in the kit. They usually tend to they're based on a central theme. This one is kind of like a boyish theme, but it is really cute. So I'm actually making 4 cards with you today. They came together really quick. So I did go ahead and cut down all of my pieces in advance, and we'll just be assembling them with you. I'm starting off with sketch 2 because one of the ephemera pieces looked like it was going to fit into this sketch perfectly, and it did. So there was the ephemera piece that says, "You're amazing." And I'm just chose some pattern papers that I thought would work well with it, a mix of patterns and kind of a solid or tone-on-tone type patterns, just so it wasn't too crazy busy. But each of the kits comes with cardstock, and mine had a variety of cardstock pieces cut down to 4 by 5 1/4, like perfect card mat size. And so I just grabbed one of them for this particular card. And then there's also some pieces that are like strips, so you can use it for additional matting pieces or different use them in different ways on the cards. So I went ahead and assembled it, and we'll add that to the card front. And then I decided I wanted to add a little bit more embellishment. So I took one of those strips of the cardstock that were included in the kit and just used a star punch to punch some stars. If you are new to Kendra's card challenges, each quarter Cards by Kendra puts together a PDF it's like a printable that gives you a cutting guide and sketches to help you take 6 by 6 sheets of pattern paper and turn them into 15 cards. It is free to download if you sign up for a free Patreon account on her website. And with this PDF, you can make all 15 cards at one time if you want, or you can work 1 card at a time like I'm doing today, because each of the sketches also has measurements, so you can work on them individually. I have now moved on to sketch 3. And again, there was an ephemera piece that I thought would work perfectly on this card. So like I said, these came together pretty quickly because it even made my choices of which sketches I wanted to do really easy. So I just took some of those pattern. I think I did cut into one new sheet for that one with the scenes on it, like there's a castle and some space things. But then I just used the scraps of those circle stars to create the panels for this card as well. And then from the stars that I punched on my first card, I just used the scraps left over to add a little bit of dimension to this ephemera piece that's going in the center of this card. There is a playlist linked in the description box below for the other design team members who are participating in this hop, so please be sure to check that out and see what their kits were from Cards by Kendra and the cards that they decide to make. Moving on to my third card. Again, this is super easy. There were some 3x3 cut-aparts that came in my kit, and so I decided to use one of those on sketch number 5. So I took some of the scraps of the pattern papers I had already cut down and just used one of the yellow cardstock strips that came in my kit and matted those. So again, super easy. I did take this blue cardstock panel that she provided and run it through my Big Shot and with a star embossing folder just to give it a little bit extra. And then I'm going to take 2 of the cut aparts. One I have already cut down, that yellow one I've already cut down to 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And then there was another one that I didn't see myself using on a card, and it was white, and so I just decided to go ahead and use that as my matting layer. So I just trimmed off there was some yellow showing on one of the sides, I think from where I cut off that yellow 3x3 piece. And so I just trimmed that, kind of cleaned it up, I guess, and then left it at 3x3, and now it is my matting piece. So I'm going to use some scrap cardstock behind the top right and bottom left corner of this piece just to kind of help everything lay level. Cards by Kendra has many tiers to her Patreon. So like I said, you know, she does ask that you sign up for a free Patreon account to get the free download. But if you would like to support her efforts in all of these fun challenges that she puts together each quarter, she does have additional levels that you can pay to support her with, and then the benefits that you receive for that are usually amazing. There's access to archived challenges, mini mystery kits, some happy mail, access to de-stash sales and things like that. So there's a lot of great variety of benefits if you'd like to check that out. There is information on the PDF for that. So that completed card 3. Now I'm moving on to my 4th and final card, which is sketch number 9. So this one is pretty simple to put together anyway. I just took one of the cardstock panel pieces again, and then I cut down a piece of the patterned paper. And then with the stamp set, it had these little lizards, or geckos, lizards. I'm not exactly sure what they are, but these cute little guys. And so I did color them up off camera. I am testing out some new markers, so I decided to do that not on camera, just because I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out. So I did do just some basic coloring on them, and I'm going to fussy cut one of them out, and that's going to be the focal point on this card. One of the nice things about Kendra's card challenges are all of the opportunities to win prizes. So one of the easiest ways is if you watch my video, in the description box below, there is a link to a giveaway form, and you can click on that link, fill out that form, and have a chance to win a free month's membership to the Cards by Kendra site, and you can kind of get a taste of all of the different benefits that are out there for her Patreon members. Another way is to upload a full photo of all 15 of your cards together and upload that using the QR codes on the PDF printable. You can do that once per month, so 3 times per quarter. It does need to be like the full set of all 15 cards together, and that is another chance to win prizes. And it's just a lot of fun working these challenges. We are at the end of challenge 20. It ends December 31st of 2025. And so as of January 1st, 2026, we will be starting KCC 21. So keep your eyes open for that challenge as it comes out. I did also on my card here use one of the sentiments that came in that stamp set. I just stamped that out, and then that's going to kind of be the base for my little skateboarding lizard. I just felt like he needed something like a shelf or something so he wasn't just floating on the card. And another thing that I don't do very often is I am bringing in foam tape on this little guy. I thought he needed to pop out a little bit, so I do bring in some, I have some foam squares I've been trying to finish off, so I do use those. So 2 things that I don't do very often I did on this card. But I just added some more punch stars to set that off. Here's the final look at all 4 of my cards. Again, please be sure to check the description box for all of the links, the playlist, the giveaway form, and Kendra's video is down there as well, telling how you can get the latest challenge. Thank you all so much for your time, and I hope you all have a very crafty day.